Hey YouTube, it's Kurt here, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about picking techniques and what you'll want to keep in mind when learning guitar or going up and down scales. Now these are kind of minor things I don't see a lot of people talking about. They're mostly about how you hold your pick and how that influences certain playing styles. Now obviously Van Halen held his pick with his middle finger and then he did that a lot of the time, and then used his index finger to tap. And, well, that was very cool. I use my middle finger, to tap a lot. And it works pretty much just as fine. You have a lot of dexterity with your middle finger. Really, I consider my style to be a little bit more 70s than 80s. So, that involves a lot of going in between your strings instead of fast picking or going up and down the fretboard. It involves basically mainly going through your glue. And so there's a little bit of fast picking in there and alternate picking. Now, if you're going for speed, that's kind of what I want to focus on if you're not shred picking. If you're going in between strings, what you're going to want to know is if you hold your pick out really far like this, it's going to be really hard to have a lot of speed if you're playing a more bluesy style. So what you're going to want to do, and this is going to open up a lot more opportunities for you, you're going to want to hold it so that your point is closer to your thumb, like that. And so that's going to allow you to do a couple things. That's going to both let you play faster and go in between the strings because you're going to have more control, and it's also going to help you get that pinch harmonic. And it's pretty awesome when you're able to hit your pinch harmonic pretty much in any solo and just throw it pretty much wherever you want to. So. Yeah. I'm pretty bad at hitting the pinch on my lower strings, but you get the idea. So that's mainly one thing to keep in mind. I know some players, they like to hold their pick like this when they're playing rhythm. I don't know if that would work too well if you're playing a lead. Yeah, I think really that's all you really got to keep in mind. There's a couple other things. Your pick thickness can have a little bit to do with how fast you can go in between strings. If you use a lighter string, I honestly think that'll take a lot of speed away. And that's going to take a lot of your dexterity away and what you can potentially do between your right hand and your left hand. And it's also, you also don't want to go too thick either. If you have a really thick pick, that can also take away from speed because, like, sometimes as soon as I'm done with my downstroke, you get working on your upstroke, and the flick of the pick actually can help a little bit of that speed. So thickness can be a little bit bad in that regard, but like I've seen Zakk Wylde use, I think he uses some really thick picks, and he can still pick pretty fast. And he does have lighter strings, I believe, too, so that helps out with that. But yeah, that's mainly all I got. If you got any questions, I'd like to see questions for this video if you got any, and I try to answer them or get a discussion going. I really would like discussion about this topic because it's interesting. I mean, not everybody is like as nerdy as I am and likes these little minute details, but this is honestly something I have to remind myself about when I'm playing guitar, is to actually choke up on the pick. Sometimes I don't do it and I forget, and I end up playing a lot slower, and then I have to remind myself to actually adjust. So that's all I got concerning that topic. Sorry if it's a little bit shallow in information, but I just think it's important for younger guitarists who are going for speed. Now, one more thing. If you want to transition between having a choke up style and then, I don't know, maybe doing some fast picking, I would recommend you can just shift a little bit while you're holding the pick. Like you can go from here to here, and without losing grip of the pick. And that's the great thing about your human thumbs. They make you unique. You can just shift around a little bit, and it won't even be a big deal at all, and you won't even have to think about it. So, I'm Kurt. This has been a little tutorial on picking. if you have any questions, again, feel free to comment. Thanks.